I hope your feelings for Unique won't get in the way of anything that might have to happen here.
Don't nobody never gotta worry about my feelings.
Famous last words.
I know who killed Famous.
Who?
Mother.
Famous last words. This is a crucial statement and a turning point for the rest of the season. Now, what does this mean? Is Stefano involved in Fame's death? Did he order the hit? All these questions ends here because I'm going to give you all the answers with no doubt. Also, it might seem Stefano is trying to set up Marvin. What's up, power fans on YouTube? It's your boy Nino and I'm back with another power video. In this video, I'll be talking about the statement from Stefano which says famous last words. Marvin being set up and how B-Real's robbery attempt was also a setup. And of course, if you are new to my channel, you're welcome. Kindly hit the subscribe button, like, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Now let's start from the hottest topic. Stefano said to Raquel, and I quote, "I hope your feelings for Unique won't get in the way of anything that might have to happen here." Then Raquel responded by saying, and I quote, "Don't nobody got to worry about my feelings." Then she left with Marvin and Stefano, after sipping his coffee, said famous last words. Now this statement was intentionally used by the writers because they know that we the fans will go crazy about such a statement since we are all here cracking our heads to find out or figure out who killed Famous. And this particular line was equally used in the main trailer of this season, and that was when everyone started asking questions about Famous. Why he wasn't on any artwork, why he hasn't posted about the show on his socials, and why he wasn't even in the trailer. Then people started concluding that Famous would die this season, and now that we have indeed found out he was tortured and killed. Then the writers, knowing very well that from the time we will find out that Famous is dead till episode 7, we will still be cracking our heads trying to identify who is involved in Fame's death, and they know at this point everyone could be a suspect. They did this trick with Who Shot Ghost and gave us all the potential suspects at the end for us to figure out, and well, we all know how that debate ended. Now back to the subject that is making most of you confused as to the statement by Stefano which says that famous last words. What does this mean? Did Stefano order the hit? Was he part of the plan to kill Famous? If yes, then what will be his motive? What is the bearing of Famous with Stefano in his dealings? The answer is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Stefano has or had no business with Famous' death. In fact, he has no motive to do that, and him involving himself with Fame's death can neither boost nor affect his business. Now, here is the catch. The statement famous last words is a commonly used phrase that is said as an ironic comment on an overconfident assertion that may later be proven wrong. So this was a reaction to Raquel's statements when she said, "Don't nobody never got to worry about my feelings." Now, let me give you another example for clarity's sake. Then I'll give you Stefano's context and why he said that behind Raquel. Let's say a girl decides to break up her 6 years relationship with her boyfriend she deeply loves because she saw some inappropriate text between her guy and another girl. But instead of having conversation with the guy first, her first action was to call the relationship a quit, knowing that she was going to be lonely later and crying over her actions. Then you as her friend was advising her not to end the relationship just like that because of something that they can work out, knowing that she will end up being hurt for wasting her 6 years with the guy. Now because of anger at the moment and her overconfidence, she tells you that I'll be perfectly okay on my own. Then you as her friend, knowing very well that she won't be perfectly okay, then said to yourself famous last words. I hope you understand now. So in relation to Stefano and Raquel, Stefano is basically doubting Raquel's overconfidence about her feelings not ending up getting in their way when it comes to Unique. Therefore, even if it comes to killing Unique, her feelings should not get in the way of that. Now, why will feelings even get in the way? We all know Raquel and Unique has something, and Stefano knew about it when he raided Raquel's kitchen in season 3. Not only that, but Unique saved Raquel also when she was almost killed by Sal's people, and not forgetting she had an abortion for Unique. So this will be a reminder, and this is where feelings might potentially play a role in Raquel's decision making when it comes to Unique. So Stefano is just telling her that when it's time for Unique to go and she's even the one to do it, he hopes her feelings and whatever they shared will not affect their common goal. Ironically, this is also to say that when it's time for Unique to go, Raquel will not make that happen. That is if you relate it to his famous last words. So this is what Stefano meant by that, because she's saying her feelings for Unique will not get in the way, will be proven wrong soon. So in other words, famous last words means that it is quite possible that your claim that something will definitely happen in a certain way will be proved wrong soon. So this has nothing to do with Fame's death at all. And I like the way the writers play with words, use literary devices in their script, and lay actions to support it just to create the twist and the buzz to the show. It also allows some of us to think deeper, and in the course of doing that, we end up learning new things instead of just watching and enjoying the show. Let me know if you have also learned anything now in the comment section below. And trust me, don't let anyone lie to you that Stefano was referring to Famous in this context. The writers were just being ironic and metaphorical here. Now, Stefano didn't just make these statements for we the audience to start going crazy about whether or not he was involved in Fame's death, but he also just dropped a hint on Raquel having an affair with Unique to Marvin. It is just a matter of time Marvin will put 2 and 2 together and figure out what that means. But still on the subject, Stefano asked Marvin to push his sister aside and take the lead. Now, this is not the first time another drug dealer has asked one of the Thomases to get rid of their own. Now, if you remember, Sarah equally asked Raquel to get rid of Marvin after his son was killed on a mission Marvin assigned him. And we all know Raquel didn't take that idea lightly, and that was part of the reason Sarah went after her and her people in season 2. Not forgetting Howard's persistence of Raquel making Marvin take the fall as well. Now this time around, Marvin is in the same position to which he clearly stated his stance. But my question is, why didn't Marvin inform his sister about this conversation yet? Is he rethinking about it? Because Marvin was the one who proposed that they take Stefano out before it's too late. So if he is now proposing this to Marvin, it is clear that he was right that Stefano has to go. And this will also give Raquel a good reason to agree to Marvin's idea. Now, if you pay attention to their conversation, when Marvin was declining Stefano's idea, Stefano made a statement that Marvin is putting him in a very uncomfortable situation by refusing. What does that even mean? And for me, I no longer trust Stefano. How will Marvin push Raquel aside and take the top spot without casualties? This idea to me means that Marvin should kill Raquel. Because apart from that, how else was he going to do that? Is he going to walk up to Raquel and say, you know what? I need the top spot, so step aside? Well, we all know that can never happen when he always closes his sister's door anytime she enters her car. Also, I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed this, but these guys sitting around the same spot feels like they are police or something. Now, when Stefano gave Marvin those 2 assignments, he did that as his fish shop. Why has he changed location all of a sudden with these weird people sitting close by as if they are eavesdropping on their conversation? Could Stefano be setting Marvin up with the feds? Do you also think that these men sitting here could be the feds? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I think Marvin is right. Stefano might make a deal with Jesse to fuck them up. And I think Marvin's call is the right one. Stefano has to go. Now, still on the subject of setting someone up, in my last video, I stated that B-Real's robbery will not be successful and there will be casualties. Now, before I touch on this, those of you saying that B-Real is potential Breeze, I hope by now you have changed your mind to that, because Rela is nowhere near Breeze or being Breeze. His scary self doesn't match Breeze in any way, so that idea of he being Breeze is in the can now. Now, a businessman like Lowell is not a fool without brains. Ever since he made the statement about keeping cash at home, I knew he was setting both Lou and Rela up to see who would take the bait. Because tell me how he spoke about continuing family tradition by keeping money in the house, and the next minute his home was robbed. For all we know, this was a secret he has never told anyone apart from Lou and Rela. And amongst them, Rela is a thief, so the math is good as to who could be stupid enough to have that idea of going to rob him. And trust me, his coming to the studio after talking to the police concerning the robbery in his house was just intentional. His demeanor alone tells you that he came there for a purpose and not just to come and listen to no B-Rela song. Because think about it, it could have been him in the house instead of his caretakers, which means that he could have been killed. So why would you decide to go to the studio just after escaping death as a result of robbery? But let me know what you also think in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and most importantly, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Catch you in my next video. It's your boy Nino. Thanks for watching.